My name is Ewan and I am on the MMath course here at Lincoln. I think the reason I chose maths, to begin with, it was sort of the only thing I was really good at in school. And then I sort of really learned to love it. I think I find comfort in sort of the absoluteness of it. So you're either right or wrong. It's very black and white in maths. I think my current favourite aspects of the programme really are just where we have independence with what we want to do. So there are some larger project-based pieces of work where we really get to pick what we want to do, what we want to study, and it sort of feels like we can really make it our own. So the program involves a mixture of both pure and applied topics, as well as also quite a bit of computing and the larger project-based work. So the whole course realistically is designed to make you as employable as possible. And we realized that employers nowadays are looking for computational skills and the ability to work with other people. So we have quite a few opportunities for you to build up those skills with computers and with other people. What makes the maths course special here at Lincoln, for me personally, one of the main things is the class size. So it feels like it hasn't really changed much from high school and sixth form. I sort of expected my classes to have like 200 or so people, like packed lecture halls. But in reality, we're just in like similar classrooms that I was in, just a few years ago, with relatively small class sizes, I think of around 60. With a smaller class size, I think it really gives us the opportunity to build not only professional but also social networks and relations with everyone around me, like students across years and also with the lecturers themselves. It also makes it that bit easier to go to them for help or anything if need be. So I think with maths, you don't really need a lot of varied equipment. I mean, as long as you've got a whiteboard pen and maybe a computer, you're pretty much set. So I think because we don't really need an awful lot, it really has allowed us to get really good facilities of what we do need. So we've got one of my favourite rooms in the campus is our computer lab. So we've got lots and lots of really high-spec PCs. We also have a cluster as well if you need to do really high-performance computing or if you need to run simulations with a lot of calculations. I think my biggest achievement here while being at uni is being awarded a research grant from the URUS scheme. And that's given me the opportunity to carry out real, proper, actual research published in the university journal alongside an academic. It's really given me a really incredible experience, considering I want to be a researcher after university. So I feel like I've got a bit of a foot in the door, really. But it's been amazing to see what research actually is like. And to feel like I'm contributing to like the forefront of our knowledge at the moment. My research project covered these things called liquid bridges. I assure you, you've seen them in your life, you may not know what they were. If you imagine you've got some like bubble mixture between your hands and you move your hands ever so slightly apart. It's still connected to both of your hands, but it sort of forms like a curved shape. And that's a very big example of a liquid bridge, but the ones I'm more concerned with are sort of on the scale of particles. And the hope is that we need to figure out what shape these liquid bridges can have so we can then see how they would crystallize and then how stable they would be when in a big mixture to see if 3D printing with them will be viable with an end goal of 3D printing medicine. So it's pretty cool to be able to talk about that and actually sort of know what I'm talking about as well. I mean, I'm from Norwich, so Lincoln and Norwich I think are quite similar. They're both very historic cities. Lincoln is a lot more walkable, I'll tell you that. I mean, the thing that I absolutely love, because I can't drive, but in Lincoln there really isn't a need to. You can do everything just walking because everything is so close together. And the campus is really, really close to the city centre as well. I think it's only really about a 10-minute walk from the high street maximum. So everything is sort of within walking distance. Plus we've also got the train station nearby, so it's really, really handy for people who travel quite a bit. It also feels really safe to me. I feel like I'm certainly not on edge when I walk around. The lecturers here really are genuinely some of the nicest people I've ever met. I was not expecting, when I came to university, I was not expecting to sort of build the friendships with the lecturers as well that I have. Yeah, there's definitely a social aspect as well where we are treated as sort of equals with the lecturers, and it's so refreshing after having been through high school and sixth form and absolutely being treated like a student. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're treated as students, during lectures and things, but outside of that, we're all just people, and it's really nice to sort of get to know them, and for them to get to know us personally as well. I think that's a really special thing.